What would be the right price for you?
I don't know, maybe $15 or something like that.
Wow, that's a lot more than I was expecting. Just putting it out there.
I'm gonna act like you didn't say that.
I kind of want to get this to go with like Constructicons.
Adding this one in would be okay to do. I'm thinking it is. No, I was thinking, maybe Diddy or. So for us, I think it'll be our first time handling bots that are more typical of what we collect. Yeah. I don't know what to think right now.
We see it does look like a mishmash, but it's my mishmash.
I think it will come out, and 2, I think it looks really good.
Oh my God, you're just full of surprises this episode.
Again, it's different. The arms are the legs, and legs are the arms. I mean, I would have possibly got this and that line.
Welcome back, Transformers fans, to another thrilling episode of Bot vs. Con. As always, I'm James the Con.
And I'm Bobby the Bot.
And we're here with a ginormous amount of news, so let's get into it. But before that, we want to give a big shout out to the Chosen Prime. It was great to see you all at the con, and we're really looking forward to LA in, 6 months? I don't exactly know the many months away, in March. And we also want to give a big shout out to our members. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey. And a lot of you, I think, will be in LA as well, so we're looking forward to meeting you again. And any subs that we didn't meet already, we hope to see you there as well. So the hype is already on for TfCon LA 2024. And with that, I think let's just get into the news.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, the first thing is Cybertron Con, which I guess it was Asia's official Transformers convention. It's back after 8 years, which is really cool. I'd love to go. Maybe when they do it in a few years, we'll be able to go.
Yeah. If we keep growing the way that we're trying to, maybe we can make it happen sooner than later.
Maybe. TfCon Toronto will be next year on July 11th to the 13th, 2025. That's honestly 5 days after my birthday, or six days after my birthday. So it'd be cool to go, but I won't be able to go this year. So maybe in 2026.
Yeah, that would be really cool to go. I have not been to Toronto before, so that would be very cool to go.
Yeah. Let's move on to leaks, and we're also going to be going through these a little bit faster just because there's a lot to go through. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of interesting stuff that I think Bobby's going to have a rant on. So Stay tuned for that. But let's start off with this, which I don't think he's going to rant on, but he might. And that is Age of the Prime's Voyager Prima. So before we get into the figure itself, let's just take a little bit of a look at the toy itself. I mean, it looks good. I think the hips are not transformed correctly. At least I hope they are. Not transformed correctly. But honestly, this looks like a very competent figure from Hasbro.
I need to see more. I really don't know what I'm looking at, or...
Yeah. I'm just... Overall, I think it looks good. There is a lot of, empty space in the back of the legs, but at least it's filled in with tires. It could be worse.
True.
And there's just a little bit more of a close-up of the legs. But a TFW user, I think it was Eduardimus Prime, I could be wrong, please excuse me, said it's based off of this Covenant design of Prima.
Okay, that helps.
I don't see it, but maybe in color it'll look closer. He says it's not a pre-mold, but this could be remolded into almost anything. I don't know what the alt mode looks like, obviously. And I looked a little bit into Prima. So in G1, he was the second one to be the documented bearer of the Matrix of Leadership, which I thought was kind of cool. And in this Newage, he was the first to be cast into the mold of Primus, and he clashed with Megatronus, which would make sense why he probably is releasing with the Fallen. Will you be picking this up?
So far, no. I definitely need to see a lot more. The render or the drawing of the character looks really cool. I am not seeing that translate into the toy. So I need to see more. I don't know who I'm looking at or what I'm looking at. To me, this looks like one of those easy changers or flip changers, whatever. Just
Yeah. I think that's just because it's all one color.
Yeah.
I think when this is colored, it'll be a lot better, obviously. I think this looks a lot better than the Hasbro stuff we've been getting so far. Just like the Fallen looked better than the other leader class ones that we've gotten, in what was it? Legacy? I think this one is also shaping up to be better. Maybe that's just being optimistic, because maybe it's because these aren't G1 designs or Slipstream that I'm really love, but I do think this looks pretty good. I'm excited to see what they do with this.
I'm interested to see more, and I know I keep saying that, which sucks, but my brain's not working to picture this as a good thing or a bad thing. I'm leaning towards a bad thing because I don't know what I'm looking at, but I guess it could be fine. And the one good thing is that you're right, it's not based off of a character that we have or we've seen, a toy that we have or we've seen, so they could kind of get creative, I guess, and wow us, hopefully.
It's not like, what was it? I forget which figure it was, but they came out with it and were like, the figure that came out in 2013 looked better. I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, but either which way, I'm excited to see more, and I'm glad to see that they're reaching out of their norm. We're getting new characters.
Yes.
Not just another Slipstream, another Windblade, another this. This is new. We've never had a toy of this that I know of. If we did, please let me know. So I'm excited to see that.
And new molds, hopefully.
And new molds, yeah. Even though I think this is going to be molded into somebody else, like the Fallen Wink Wink. Because didn't one of the panelists that you saw at TfCon say that Hasbro doesn't do a mold if they don't think of a repaint or a remold?
Oh yeah. And that Fallen, he said, was going to be probably remade to Megatron, 86
Wink,
Megatron.
wink. Yeah,
wink.
He said it without saying it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I didn't know if this was a leak or not, but they said it wasn't confirmed, so I put it here. So Funko Info on Instagram showed off the Funko Pop Soundwave Bitty Bots. I don't know what this is. It's very interesting, but I kind of like the face shield design. It's kind of like Transformers Prime Soundwave mixed with Transformers G1 Soundwave, but I don't like that Frumble is in control.
I saw this and thought it was kind of cute, and
me too. As a random piece of merchandise,
yes,
it's cute.
Yes, I could see potentially picking this up.
Really?
If the price is right,
what would be the right price for you?
I don't know, maybe $15 or something like that.
Wow, that's a lot more than I was expecting.
Yeah, because it's different. I like that there's actually, while it doesn't transform, there is something going on. Like being able to open the lid and seeing, a little robot in there controlling it. It's a fun little take on Soundwave. Typically we look at Soundwave as taking control of the tapes. This looks like the tapes are actually control him, so it's kind of cute and very different.
That is shocking to me. Well, while I go and pick my jaw up the floor, we'll be right back with what's just announced after the short break.
All right, we're back, and now let's talk about what's just announced. And this is actually kind of cool because if you saw us in Baltimore, you saw that we were selling prints and we had our comic artist with us. And so I will be going to see him today to pick up some comics. But let's talk about these previews for the Skybound comic 15, number 15. These covers look amazing. I'm so torn right now.
Yeah, and I didn't put the actual preview in just for spoiler's sake because we did have a few comments saying don't put those in. They appreciated it. So I just put the covers, and all of these are great. And I love how the Decepticon one kind of mirrors the Autobot one, with the characters and stuff. And then you have Prime looking like a evil character sitting right there. I don't know too much about it. I haven't been caught up. That's really cool looking.
I just finished episode 13 right before TfCon, so looking forward to 14, especially where it left off at. But yeah, I really don't know which one I'm going to go with. I'm leaning towards the middle cover, simply because I don't have anything with blur and blue streak in it. That's really appealing to me, and I'm curious of where they're going with that.
Yeah, I would say that one is the most unique when you compare it to all the other the covers that have already came out.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Next, we have Blockies. These are the Star editions. They're about 5.5 centimeters tall, so they're really tiny. They're chibi style with 14 points of articulation. And an interesting note is Agabus is the new promoter for the US for Blockies.
This is crazy. I mean, these are cute. These are very cute, and yeah, this is going to be a problem.
For you? Really?
No.
Wow.
No.
Oh, you heard it here first, folks. It's going to be a problem. He's going to have multiple shelves of Blockies.
No. It's going to be a problem for people who collect Blockies, because there's so many options, and I guess that's a good thing, especially if you're not a completist like I am. I think that there's so many different options, so many different ways you can add to your Blockies collection. I'm trying to avoid this like the plague. Oh my gosh, these are so cute, and I could just see spending I need that case. Like, there wouldn't be a purchase one or two here. It's just like, yeah, I need the whole case, because I'm not trying to get any miss out on it.
And that's something I was just about to say, is I forgot to mention these are blind boxed. So you get what you get.
Yeah. Can't do it.
Yeah, me too. Especially since if they were different, if they were more like Legos, where you could build different things, but it's really just you build one figure and that's it. You can't really get two of them and put them together in some weird way. You know what I mean?
Very good point.
Yeah. So Takara, I guess, is going to be reissuing MP36 Plus Megatron in 2025. Did this Megatron already come out? I don't remember the color on the forearms.
I was hoping you. Now I'm gonna have to look.
I saw these pictures and I'm like, oh, that's the one we've already looked at. But then I saw the red on the forearms and I'm like, that doesn't remind me of the one you have.
Yeah, my 36 Plus is in alt mode, so yeah, I don't remember as well. I was literally the same thing, thinking about the forearms. I know the legs, but I was thinking about the forearms. And
yeah,
the boxes.
Let's see
up there.
I'm looking. He did have the red on the forearms.
Okay. Well, and I guess it makes sense since they said it was a re-release, but I just didn't remember it.
Yeah, I didn't remember it either. So, cool looking figure. Probably won't pick it up, but it's neat.
Yeah.
And you already have it. So.
And I already have it. But what this also tells me, though, is if they're re-releasing this, they can make a Studio Series 86 gun.
If it was a Takara exclusive.
Yeah, correct. Takara. I'm saying Takara could.
Yeah.
Which, that would be a great way to lead into it.
It would be. You're right. And maybe they'll remold it. You know what I mean? Okay, well, I don't think we need to spend a lot of time on this. Killer Body and Transformers has wearable helmets, and this is via Toys TV. They look good. Wouldn't pick them up, but they're neat. I know you want the Mirage helmet.
That would actually be the one that I would pick up if I did pick up.
Out of all of these, right? It's the best looking one.
It's the best looking one.
Maybe just don't call him Mirage, right?
Just don't call him Mirage. Call me. I mean, I'd rather it be Orion Pax or something like that.
Honestly, I thought that was Transformers 1 Orion Pax when I was making these slides until I looked at it.
Yeah. I feel better with that.
Next up, via Shentu Toy Box, we have Pogo Transformers for the Glory of War, and they're just little Lego Optimus Primes. I like the colors. I wouldn't pick them up, but I I like that some of them are army, then some of them are those weird like G2 designs, and then we have colors that we're typically associate with a Optimus Prime repaint. So this is pretty cool.
I would pick these up if it was like a set. We can get all 8, and it was like maybe $20.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah.
Which one do you want the most out of these?
For some reason, I'm leaning towards the top right, the green.
And pink?
No, top right for me.
Oh, sorry, wrong side. Yeah, the green and black.
The green and black, or the bottom right with the orange and red. I think
so Fire Guts, or you know what the green one reminds me of is the TFC camo guy.
Yeah.
Which one do you think I would want?
The pink and green.
Okay, there you go. You got it. Let's keep going. And let's talk about some Newage repaints. First, we've got the Shattered Glass Deco. I believe this is Daskal of Warpath. And I love the posies. And I don't understand it, but it's funny. What do you think of this repaint?
Blue is one of my favorite colors. This looks amazing. I love the color. The color is beautiful. It looks like a fun figure. There's some posability there, as you talked about. The alt mode and the bot mode both look great. I don't think I'll be picking this up, but they do both modes look great.
So he would go very well with your Shattered Glass Dinobots, because they were all in a comic together, I believe. Just putting it out there.
I'm gonna act like you didn't say that.
I think this looks really good too. I love the yellow bit on the knees.
Mm-hmm.
It just pops. The silver pops. This is an amazing looking figure, and I think you needed to go next to the Shattered Glass Dinobots because they were in a comic back in the day. Then they also showed off Shmulik, whatever, which is Treads. And I didn't know he was an emo, but he really looks depressed right here. I think this does look better than Hasbro's. You can't really compare them, but the green, the shining green they used looks phenomenal. With that like gunmetal treads, I think this is a winner. Looks great.
I agree. I think this looks like a realistic tank, you know.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
It nails that. Again, this one looks good as well. I don't like it as much as the blue, but this looks good. I don't know why him standing like that reminds me of Herman Munster from the Munsters.
Oh, to me it looks like somebody standing in the corner all sad.
Either way.
Let's move on to BB, which is I forgot the name of the GoBot, but it's the GoBot Swerves deco. I will say the chest looks a lot better with it all being red, because we kind of complained about that. And that looks a lot better. The colors as well, way better than Hasbro. Like, I think this looks nice. If you remembered, I thought it looked too much like Ronald McDonald, the first one, when they first released it. This looks a lot better. Won't be picking it up, but I do like it.
Yeah, I saw this and I sent you a message cursing because these do look good. God, the name just like keeps popping in and out of my head. But yeah, this looks good. I like the colors on it. Smallfoot, yes, that's it.
Right? Yeah.
The colors look great. They blend in very well. I like the alt mode. It looks very clean. I also like the gray on the step up.
That's a really good little detail.
Yeah. It's just just a real change of color right there to break up. And I the platform of the chest, or instead of flipping up like we're used to for gears, it kind of folding down as a like a little operating table is kind of cool. So yeah, this looks good.
I agree, but I think this looks better. We already talked. We both like this, and this is the Leprechaun, which is Shattered Glass Swerve. I don't remember this deco. I love this. I kind of want to get this to go with like Constructicons or something. Like as a little car to go with them because the colors. This looks phenomenal. And if it wasn't, I hope it's not bundled with what we just looked at, Smallfoot, because I won't be picking it up. But if it's sold by itself, I might get it to go with some Constructicons.
I have a feeling it's going to be bundled.
Yeah.
I'll say this. It wouldn't be a bad bundle.
It really wouldn't be.
Especially
it's not like those Sea Spray ones, remember, that we were looking at?
Yeah. This wouldn't be a bad bundle because I passed on Smallfoot from Hasbro. So at least I would have the representation in my collection. And then this one looks really great.
Yeah. This looks phenomenal. That green. Ooh.
And it would be the same size as, you know, of a Hasbro.
Well, then you might as well get Treads and the Shattered Glass Warpath to just go with them.
You're
doing
the
same size.
You're doing too much now.
And wait till I think you missed out on the Cosmos recolor, but you could always go find it.
No, I'm good. I'm very, very okay.
You should get them. Yeah.
Very okay.
Moving on to Dr. Wu, we have Impact Wave and then Supersonic and Explosion, which are G1 Decibel and / Graphy and Noise. This is the Toon Deco, I guess. So, looks cool. I like it.
I don't really.
Really? Okay.
I don't. It's fine, I guess, but it's not something that I would jump to add to my collection.
Yeah. I think this is the Toy Deco. I do think it looks nicer in the muted colors. But it's fine as well. But I do think this deco actually looks kind of interesting. I like that it's more cohesive in the bot mode. I don't know what this is referencing, but if this is like $20, $25, I don't remember how much these were, I would be interested in this.
I could see it being at that price point.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't being cheeky. Like, I honestly think that's where these will be. And I could see myself getting this, you know.
I would see possibly doing that myself. This is probably the one I would pick up if I did pick up any. So, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So Dr. Wu also showed off Metroplex. So I think this is just the same size as their oh my god, TripTychon. So it's tiny, but I think this looks really good. What do you think?
Wow. I think it looks really good too. I don't understand why it turns into a box.
I think it's like those 52 toys. They're just kind of putting it with that, which you know, they call it like an energy cube mode. So I think it is impressive that they could get it to turn into all 4 of these modes and a cube. Let me put it that way.
So I just think that the cube is the boring part about it.
Well, yeah.
I think it would be easier to turn it into a cube than anything else. I'm just impressed with all the other modes. So I think, you know, doing the cube is kind of like a whatever. But yeah, this is pretty impressive. I actually like this.
I think the most impressive part for me are these guys.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, they don't have a lot of posability, but that's because they're probably the size of my pinky nail. But they look really cool.
Yeah, I saw these. I didn't put an order in for either one of these, I don't think. But it is possible that I may put a pre-order in for something like this.
Yeah, so they also showed off Metro Titan / Shattered Glass Metroplex, whatever you want to call it. This one has me interested. I don't know the price. I need to see the price. Honestly.
$35?
I don't really like... What? 25? Probably. I don't really like the chibi design. I'm only keeping that for the Predaking. but I do like the colors, and I think these little guys are just too much. They are so cute. And that's really what sold me on wanting this. Especially, I don't know their names. I think it's Metro Car or something. I don't remember the name. But the little red one with the big old wide, he is just adorable. So I'm leaning towards it because there's not a lot of MP stuff that I'm looking forward to getting. And this should be rather inexpensive for me to add to my collection.
I was thinking 35.
Yeah, even that wouldn't be horrible.
Yeah.
You know, I don't remember how much their Triptychon was, honestly.
I don't either. And now, are these, is the Metroplex and Metro Titan separate from the little guys, or is it all together?
See, that's what I don't know. So they showed off that the little guys on their own page, and then there was nothing with Metroplex. So I don't know if they're sold together or they're separate, but if we go back, you can see the car integrated into the cube mode, and the tank right next to it. So I don't know. Yeah. I think they're sold together because that would be a very small package with those little cars and the other things. But stranger things have happened.
Stranger things have happened. Yeah, I think I'm in for this set because I have a couple of Metroplexes different. I have the G1 Metroplex. I do have the KO of the G1 Metro Titan now, but then I have the Legend Scale Metroplex, and I have the Titans Metroplex. So I think adding this one in would be okay to do, and because it's so small. And
since you use this as shattered glass, you could use as shattered glass Metroplex. It would go well with the blue treads, which would also go well with the blue with the shattered glass Dinobots. So there you go. You have a whole little set right there.
Yeah, but these are micro legend scale, so they wouldn't scale well with my Dinobots. So yeah,
that'd be fine. They look good together. Just put them like in the background perspective.
Yeah, not gonna happen. Good try though.
Yeah, you'll make. Yeah, and you say it's not going to happen, but then on the haul, when that comes out, you're going to come up with the blue Warpath.
Even he's looking at me like, you're going to.
He's like, get it. He's like, get it. Next, we have Magic Square's Dinobots. There's a lot of pictures out there, but I thought this one was the best one to kind of show them all off. They look great together. I still don't like the yellow. This many months later, but they do look good together.
Yeah, do you have the alt mode picture?
I don't. I only have this one.
Okay.
I have a lot to talk about. But,
okay, so
the alt modes look fairly normal to me.
I think the bot modes look great. I actually like both of them. I think they'll probably disappoint me when they add the yellow.
Yeah, I agree. The yellow, even on the two Grimlock and Sludge, it still looks cheap. And is Slag complete, or is that a prototype? I think it's a prototype.
I don't know. I didn't pick up any of these.
It doesn't look like he has any paint anymore on him, on his face or like his chest area. So, but yeah, these look good. I know we have a few, I think, members that said these are really good figures. So, hopefully they come out with a premium deco.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up, we have the DNA design kit for somebody. Who do you think this is?
I'm thinking it is. No, I was thinking, maybe Diddy or. Sorry. We're back. I think this is going to be Vector Prime.
Yes, it's Vector Prime. Where that came from? I think I might pick this one up because Blue gave us the mini-con for it, and I might as well go all the way.
Ah.
Yeah. If it's Vector Prime, who knows? We say it's Vector Prime, and then, it's Bumblebee.
Then it's Diddy.
With armor on or something. Yeah, I guess so. But either which way, I think I might pick this up.
Oh, man. Now you may have forced my hand to be picking this up, too. I didn't even think about that.
So, we'll see.
Yeah.
Funko Studios showed off Catapult version 2. It looks good. Are you going to be picking this one up?
I am not.
Yeah, it's chug scale, right?
Yes, exactly. Plus,
it looks great though.
It looks great. But I also did something that we will talk about soon when we talk about TfCon or pickups at TfCon. I did something there.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. They also showed off the Ion Blaster from Transformers 1, which actually looks really good.
It does. It looks really good.
Super Make or Super Make is doing forum fillers for Straxus. They're doing what Hasbro can't. So I think this looks good, honestly. Yeah.
I still have not opened my upside down in the box Straxus. I can't believe you get QC issues on packaging. That's terrible. So I don't know how good or bad this looks. I think it looks good what it covers up, but yeah, that's kind of bad.
Yeah. Exactly. Matrix Workshops showed off the Megatron weapon accessory set. Now, I think this looks great, but I think that blue does not mesh well with the Studio Series figure. And even the silver, it looks too nice for the Studio Series figure because there is no shiny paint anywhere on it.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep, the finishes are too off.
The finishes are completely different, and it doesn't look like they go together.
Yep, I'm right there.
But
I'm right there with you.
The gun itself looks good.
It does. Now, I would say this. I know we've seen a couple of versions of this gun by different shops that have made it. This one looks good, but I think there's a couple of other options out there that I would prefer. I can't think of who did it.
Especially with this figure.
Yeah.
I can't either. But yes, there's a few of them out there. So.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now, but there was one that I've seen a lot of stuff from him, and we've talked about it on the show. But I think it looks a little bit better than that. Yeah, I think it starts with a T, maybe. But oh well.
Let us know in the comments if you remember. Next, let's get into the third-party news stuff from the panel. So we're going to go over these quickly. Go watch our third-party panel recap for more information. But first, we've got the Demolisher from Mechanical Skull Studios, I believe. It looks good for what it is. I don't think either of us are very excited for this.
No, I am looking at something I didn't pay attention to before is, the posability of his head. And I know that is almost expected, but like in these different shots, his body movement and body placement with his head positioning looks really good.
It really makes him look more alive.
Yes. So that's good.
Next up, we have the Newage figures, which we already talked about. So these are the standard repaints. I think all of these are the standard colors. Let me put it that way. I think all of the repaints look way better than each one of these.
I don't agree necessarily. I think these look really good for the G1 figures that they represent.
No. I think these look great, but I think the repaints elevate the molds to another level.
Gotcha. That makes sense, especially for you who's like, I think these look great for G1 figures, and if I didn't already have G1 figures in these or MP figures in these, that's the other reason I'm not kind of even thinking about picking these up. If I didn't, I would probably grab these because they do look really good.
That makes sense. And now we got Bingo Toys. I don't think Galileo is the whole thing, but maybe it is. Which is MP Computron. I know this was probably your most anticipated thing they showed off?
Yes, because I didn't know it was coming.
Think so, there's nothing else. Yeah.
I didn't think it was coming, so to see it surprised me. So I wouldn't say anticipated. The biggest surprise for me for the show was this. Yeah,
I agree. I think this looks like it's shaping up well. I actually just handled my Bingo Toy Spider Girl, and I was like, if these have the same quality as that, I would be interested because that thing is amazing, and hopefully they put as much care into these as they did that one.
Yeah, and I think the only figures we have from them are fembots
that we have. They also have some movie figures.
Right.
They did a Shockwave, and I think an Ironhide, if I'm not mistaken.
So for us, I think it'll be our first time handling bots that are more typical of what we collect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree.
I'd be very interested to see how these are.
How they stack up. Yep.
Yeah.
I guess I want to see the combined mode first because we haven't seen that, right?
We have not.
Yeah.
And honestly, at this point, I don't even care.
I know you don't, but I want to see
I'm saying that meaning that it's not like I'm comparing this to a combiner that I already have. So if this comes out and the combined mode doesn't look amazing, I can still have it in alt mode or bot mode and be happy because we don't have any representation of this in
any of these characters.
Yeah.
Got it. Makes sense. Next, I think this is O1 Studio showed off these Devastator picks, which, again, go watch our video for our deeper thoughts. But I do think these look good. I think they wowed us. Honestly, we weren't expecting them to be this interesting.
I agree. I think I really like how the chest in combined mode pokes up off of Longhorn. I think that's really cool. Addition.
Long haul. You called him Longhorn.
I thought I said long haul.
Longhorn.
Oh, okay. I thought I said long haul. But yes, I thought I said long haul.
Either which way, yes. I think that is a very unique, interesting thing, and I'm interested to see more.
Yeah. It's almost like an all-in-one type thing.
I think it's going to be.
Yeah.
O1 Studio showed off these, and I think we have updates on every single one of these. So we're just going to go straight into those. And the first thing is we have the Dinobot Combiner. I don't know if it's Volcanicus. I don't know what's going on with this. It is not my favorite thing. I do like that Sludge rips apart and he becomes both arms. But I don't know if Grimlock's in the center. I don't know what that weird gremlin head is. It definitely is unique.
This is very unique. I don't know what to think right now. It's so unique that I'm curious.
Yeah, but like this would be so weird in your collection, honestly.
It would be. That's why I'm like, I don't know where it would go. But it's very unique, and it's not bad looking. None of the figures are bad looking. It's just so different from what I collect, and that's why I was out. But this is interesting, and again, I don't know if that's a good interesting or an awkward interesting.
Yeah, I feel you there. So let us know if you're interested in this. Next, they showed off colored renders of their fortress, which it does look better in color. It looks less like the Marshmallow Puff Man from Ghostbusters, but I still am not sold on this at all.
Yeah, from the comments, this is the Fall of Cybertron version of Metroplex. I never played the game.
I don't remember him looking like this. Okay. I believe him.
Yeah, so. I think in this case they would definitely know better than me on this. I'm not going to put up any fight or argument on that since I didn't know where it was from. But it's still, I don't know. It's like he has swole calves and a swole chest, but didn't do anything around that midsection.
I mean, for me, the main thing I don't like are from the knees down. They just look too big.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my personal preference. If it looks like the Fall of Cybertron, Metroplex, and you want to get it to go with your Studio series, I think this would be great. If this is what it's supposed to look like.
Right. If that's what it's then they nailed it. Because again, a lot of people chimed in and said that it was the Fall of Cybertron. It wasn't a think, and somebody even put a link in for a video. So, game. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that.
The only thing I'll say is that gun is not very intimidating. It looks like a chibi gun. I don't know why, but it looks like I'd expect it with the Dr. Wu Metroplex. But let's keep it going, and this is the biggest one. So they must have watched our thing, and they changed the alt modes of Broadside. And I think this looks so much better. We have some comparison images, but what do you think about this?
bought.
Yeah. I mean, it was bought before, right?
Maybe.
But I think this helps the jet mode a lot, and the what's it called?
The aircraft carrier?
Aircraft carrier, thank you. Suffers a little bit. It doesn't look as good, just because that it was a complete red piece on the bottom. But here's some comparison images. But I would forgive that because now it's like a competent jet mode. It's not the best. It's never going to be the best because of what it has to turn into. But this is so much better.
Well, I don't even think it's not even so much of it never going to be the best because of what it turns into. I think this looks very screen accurate as well. I mean,
does it? I don't know what he looks like in the cartoon. I'm just thinking it doesn't look like a real jet.
Yeah, it didn't.
But if it's supposed to look like this, even better.
Yeah, I think it looks great. I think they did a tremendous job. And it's kind of funny because I'm looking at it. They made the toucan go away, and they put the blue windshield cockpit down on the cockpit. Yes, that's what. So it breaks up that as well. I think it looks really good. So I'm very happy that they did that because I'm glad
they listened to us too.
Yeah, and I could also see then somebody coming out with a upgrade piece or something like that I'd have to put money into to buy to make it look better. So this helps with that.
Yeah, I completely agree. Last we have Fans Toys Hook and Galvatron. So we talked about these in detail on our other show, but I think both of these look good. I think you're excited for both of them.
I am. And do you have more pictures of the Galvatron, or is this?
No, this is it, because we talked about it more.
Okay.
But
so
I think you want to compare it, right?
Yeah, I did bring out my Galvatron, and even though we don't see it on this, there's pictures out there that show kind of how the back cleans up on the 2.0 version, which looks very good. And
it does look cleaner. Yeah,
it looks so much cleaner. But there was tons of changes, and granted, I do have a sticker set on this, but along here on the shoulder pads, maybe this one's easier to show. On the new version, there's actually like a panel it bends right here, and this is pretty static. Also, the feet look a lot cleaner. The legs look a lot cleaner. You don't see the screw holes on the thighs on the other one. So it cleans up a lot better on the 2.0 version. And I didn't, so you can actually see like the panels.
I was looking at it as you were describing it, and there is a lot of subtle differences.
Yeah, even the crotch piece looks more smooth and aligned. Also, the chest here, you can kind of see you can really see the abs, if you want to call them that. And on the new one, they're a little bit thinner. So I mean, there's several differences on there that make the 2.0. I don't want to say worth getting a new one if you already have it, but if you did, I could also understand why you did. It's definitely a better looking figure.
Yeah, and I'm glad you showed that because it makes sense why they're doing it. It looks better. Yeah. So, with that being said, let us know your thoughts on everything. I know we've been going on these just announced for a while, but we'll move into the updates right after this short break. Now let's get into the updates, and we're going to skip through some of these just because we talked about them before, and they're not terribly interesting. We've got the Hot Wheels Track Fleet Ultra Magnus. The in-hand images reveal Cool Boss 2008 on YouTube. It looks great. I just wish the missiles were painted red.
Yeah.
But other than that, it looks good.
Yep. I totally agree.
Yeah. Next, we have the Takara Tomy Synergex Godzilla and Transformer stock images. I guess they're scheduled to be released on May 31st, 2025, and both of them are approximately $55, so leader class prices for leader class figures. Neither of them do it for me, and I hope Hasbro gets I never thought I'd say this. I hope Hasbro gets a whack at doing a Godzilla crossover because it needs a new mold. This is just Grimlock cosplaying as Megatron
thought this was a like a 2-pack.
I thought it was going to be a 2-pack too. So, but it's not.
Wow. Okay. They look better than when we first saw them, but not better enough for me to get them.
Yeah, and I actually saw that the Prime is based on Mechagodzilla, who had like shoulder pylons with missiles and stuff that were blue. But wasn't Mechagodzilla the bad guy?
Yes, I thought so.
I thought so too, and then Godzilla was the good guy, but maybe I'm wrong. I know Godzilla in the first movies was like the monster, the bad guy, but I don't know. Either which way, these aren't horrible. Let us know if you're picking them up. But I will be skipping out on them.
Yeah, I'm skipping. Skip to my loo on this.
Hot Wheels fixed barricade, and now it doesn't say the to punish and enslave anymore. So that's it. I think that's fine. I don't know why you'd get mad that that's on an evil conquering Decepticon robot alien, but you know, it is what it is.
Hey, you know, anything around slave right now is kind of a touchy subject.
And cops.
And cop, yeah, you know. So
on top of that, yeah.
It's a, you know, not to get into politics and things like that too much, but yeah,
I get it. They don't want anything that somebody could turn around and point fingers at them for. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm surprised they didn't put on there, like, you know, to hold your hand and to, you know, put you in the corner
and to kiss you softly on the lips.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Next, we've got the regular and customized Supercraft statue. So the regular one's $4,000. The customized one is almost $7,000. Did you pick one up?
I did get a chance to be a early purchaser of this, and shout out to Mike, who did the Hot Wheels review with us. I was talking to him about this yesterday, actually, and it was like, oh, that's really cool. And then he saw the price, and he about choked on his drink. Yeah, this is out of my price range for collecting. I would love to be able to say I could afford this and I was in on it, but yeah, I just can't.
Yeah, I feel you, especially on this. It'd be different if this was like a 10-foot tall Fort Max or something like that. But for a statue, it's too much for me.
Yeah, I think it looks great, and granted, if I
it does.
Yeah,
it's an amazing piece of art.
Yeah, I would, but yeah.
Tactilord from Craftsman Toys showed off Strafe. I actually almost breezed by this picture because I didn't realize there was a new figure in there, but Strafe's in there. Again, shaping up to be pretty interesting. I do think Bingo Toys is looking more appealing to me in terms of aesthetics, though.
I think this one, with the afterburner being a tricycle, that kind of...
Oh, I forgot about that. Well, I mean, and it is a tricycle with the Bingo Toys, but the two wheels in the front are together.
Right.
It's a different aesthetic.
Right.
Yeah.
It still looks like one wheel, you know.
Yeah.
But this is what I was saying. There's not a lot of options out there, so I am still in on this set, and I can have this in, you know, bot mode or alt mode or whatever. But I'm in for, if I can buy 7 Devastators, I can definitely get a Computron.
Yes, you can. Well, let's move on from not Devastator, but to Ruination. So now we're looking at the showroom at TfCon images. So I just took video. I didn't take images. So all of these pictures are via TFW. This thing looks great. I know, I think it was Deceptors Den does not like the colors on this, which I could totally see. It does look like a mishmash, but it's my mishmash. And I'm happy to have 2 of them and eventually have all 5.
Yeah. This looked great on the showroom floor. I can't think of his name, but the Brawl is humongous looking on.
I don't remember that being so huge.
Yeah, he'll never kick me in the butt with his left foot. It looks humongous on him, and I have the G2 version, and I guess I haven't looked at it in a while. So when we finish recording, I'm going to go take a look, because it has to be the same size. But Yeah, it looks humongous, but so far the figures have been great, and I'm very happy with it.
Yep, me too. MMC Devastator was showed off by 5Do on Weibo. These were better pictures than the ones that I could find on the showroom floor. I think this looks good too, honestly. I won't be picking it up, but I do think it looks good.
It does. It looked really good. I got to.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say I got to, take a look at it before the dealer room opened, and like you, I took video instead of photos. I got to be better at that, but I thought it looked really good, and it's really cool seeing how these things come together.
So when I was going to rudely interrupt you, what I wanted to say is it's a weird scale. Just like their Defensor. No, it's like big, but not MP big. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. I still think it looks good, though.
I think the chest on him fits appropriate. Like, even though it's, still kind of Incredible Hulk looking, I think the chest is really broad, but the legs and the thighs and everything still form down,
It's a good V shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like he worked out.
Yeah. They also showed off that the thighs will not change. Ocular Max showed this off for Planet Steel Express. I don't understand this. Can you have any input into this?
I was hoping you would. I didn't.
I mean, we don't have the figures, so I'm just like, okay. Let us know down in the comments if you know what they're trying to show off.
Yeah.
Next up, they also showed off the Blades and Groove. I'm glad I didn't go into the set. They're kind of bland.
I can see that for you. I thought the groove looked good. I know we were talking about the chest. It looks like the chest is up the way it should be.
Mm-hmm. It looked a little bit better. Yeah.
Yeah. The feet look really skinny. I just now looking at that. That's kind of funny. But otherwise, I think they look like who they're supposed to.
Yeah, I agree. And then this was, I think, the highlight of Groove is the alt mode. Looks amazing. I think the alt mode on all of these look really, really nice. They kind of just fall apart in the bot mode. For me, personally. Little pieces here and there. Just look a little off. Mm-hmm. Then Drift. So this one is actually sold out already, but it was on Planet Steel Express for the initial D. We'll see if it comes to the US. We don't know quite yet. But I want the red version anyways.
Yeah, I forgot to put my pre-order in for it, so I'll wait. Hopefully we'll see it pop up somewhere else. But yeah, I will be picking this up. Probably don't need to, but yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, no, I want the one with the red on it that looks more like Drift. I'll be picking that one up. And I'm glad this one's the exclusive and not the other one, because that makes my life a whole lot easier. Next we have Hogoken, I believe that is, Forever Leader. Never heard of this figure before. Don't know who it's from. The scale was kind of weird. It was like in between Legends and Chug, but it's fine. I'm not a big fan of where the feet end up in the vehicle mode, but I do like the Megatron arm, and I think that's why you'll be picking this up.
I literally said the same thing. I was actually saying that this is the first time I've seen the feet stick up like that on any Prime figure.
Any Prime.
Yeah. Usually they fold down and become, the tail lights, whereas this one actually gave it tail lights. But I don't know. I think I would have rather have seen the feet fold away. I do like that you can have Megatron's gun there. Or arm there. I
think it only comes with his arm.
That's what I was just about to say. I wonder if you can swap it out if you don't want to do that. But given that those look like the accessories it's going to come with, those look like headphones. The black piece. I don't know if those
do look like headphones.
I don't know what those are a reference to, but that would be my only gripe, is that I rather them call this Skybound Comics Optimus or something like that,
Well, they can't because it's a third party.
I mean, excuse. I know that. I'm saying like as the reference point is.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, this is the Skybound comics, version.
Next, Make Toys showed off their Grandian, I believe that was highbrow. That's highbrow. One, I hope this comes out, but we'll see. I have my reservations. Two, it looks really good.
I think it will come out, and two, I think it looks really good. I like the fact that they announced it, a while ago, and we've been seeing several. I don't want to say several. We've been seeing
steady developments.
Yes, we've been seeing it show up, and not to. I'm saying this not to throw shade, but hopefully to bring pressure to see something. But unlike the Like Toys David, which we saw a lot of, and then it's just been dead quiet to the point where we're giving up on it, and to the point of Vectron Labs, which was not at the show. We saw a lot. They said they were going to be at the show, weren't at the show. So this makes me feel like this is actually happening, and further makes me think that the others aren't.
You want to know why I really want this to come out? So we can get some other TfCon exclusives besides the Seekers.
That is what I was thinking as well. I
don't know what they repaint this as, but give this to me in neon orange, and I'd be more happy than some of those Seekers.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going with this as well. So yeah, it looks good.
Moving on to Fans Hobby Tidal Wave. This looked great. I'm still waiting for the other color. It didn't wow me, honestly, seeing it in person. But I will probably get it when they come out with the green version.
It didn't wow me either, and I'm laughing because I'm thinking about those boxes that are behind it, which we helped move. Yeah, it didn't wow me either. I still think this is going to be the one I pick up, though.
Yeah, I will in the green version. Robot Toys showed off the Legend Scale Cheetor.
I thought this looked really good.
I'm right there with you. For what it's supposed to be, for Legend Scale, this is really nice.
Yeah. I would have liked to see some spots on the head.
I don't think this is final colors. I think this is still a prototype.
That's what I was going to say, because I don't see spots anywhere. But that gold color that they're using
anywhere but gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Next, I think you're excited for this. We got X Transbots Yaguchi Diaclone Downshift colors. What is the difference?
The head is different. It's very subtle differences.
Okay.
The head is different completely. The gun on this one, his handgun, is black instead of chrome. The door weapons are black instead of chrome. His feet are like the bumper is actually a different color, a different look to it. And then it's white, like the back of it is white instead of black. And then there are his hip skirts. The front skirts are a different color on the.
Oh, they had like colors on them.
Yeah.
On the other one, right?
Yeah.
So I do think this looks good still. Will you be picking this up?
I kind of know these differences because I'm picking this up.
Okay, that's what I thought. You probably looked and were writing them down, right?
Maybe something like that.
Ting Mung TMT04 Evasion Prime. I think we already looked at the grayscale colors, so here it is in the painted. Gotta say, the paint is amazing on this, with the rust and stuff. But it is not my Prime. I don't remember him looking like this in the movie, but I think he was in the shed or something, if I'm remembering correctly. Yep. But yeah, this looks really cool.
Yeah, don't ask me which movie this is from, but I think
It
this
was
is
the
Mark
one with Marky
Wahlberg.
Mark.
With Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, so I was gonna say I don't know what the name of it was, but it was the Mark Wahlberg one. I've said it plenty of
With
times.
Lockdown. Age of Extinction.
I do not like this version of Prime, or the look of the movie Prime. This is one I'm considering.
Really? Oh my God! You're just full of surprises this episode.
This is in considering, meaning that I said this paint job looks really good. I would get this one because of the paint job, and that would be it would knock out two things. One, I'd have the paint job, and two, I'd have this version of Prime, and I don't have to worry about it ever again.
Yeah, no, I could see that, especially with your Prime shelf. Having this one in alt mode would kind of fit that little niche, even though it's more of a G1 alt mode, not really the long-nosed cab, but still, yeah.
Yeah, so small thought. I don't know. I mean, no pre-order put down or nothing like that. I would wait and see what the price is, and 60 to $80, they might have me.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see. Next, we have Galaxy Toys Jazz, which it's hard to tell because it's all black, but it does look good. This is the micro scale, I believe. I think that's a new scale that we're talking about now. But it looks neat.
It's fine. It reminds me almost of an Action Master, just the look of it. It's not. I don't think it's not something I would pick up. Granted, this is not the finished version, but it just seeing the way the windows break up in the alt mode on the side, it just threw me off. And I don't know. I don't want to go this small in my collection. This is Dr. Wu is already bad enough.
I'm just gonna say these would look really cool with the 4-foot tall Metroplex. It would give it a good sense of scale.
It would, but compared to the way it's looking out, so will the MP size.
Well, yeah, but
you could fit 100 of these on the 4-foot,
and it would look like an actual city.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just don't plan on buying 400 of these figures. So, if I was if I was a Legends collector, no. Not unless something comes through where I don't have to work again.
All right, let's move on, and we've got Mechanical Skull Studios Megatron Arm Kit. I don't know if this came out or not, but I do think this is really cool.
Yeah, it looks great. I'm considering it, just for my core class, so I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Next, let's get into Mecha Invasion's Crane and trailer, whatever. What do you think of these bot modes?
I think I just kicked my plug out. I think these look great, and I'm very interested in the set. I know I'm sitting here trying to make sure that
you're just making me laugh. Keep going.
My laptop doesn't die as I'm putting my face into my mic. There we go. I think these look great. I really like the eyes light up. I like the details on the hook, like the yellow, how that blends in and breaks it up. Even with long haul, the silver painting in there and the caution on the legs and stuff like that. Just the little subtle details really help. I think long haul could have used some more color in the bot mode, but it's still fine. And it would have really been cool if Hook's hook folded up some and not just look like a stand.
Well, that's because it's a gun.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get why it didn't. I think these look phenomenal. Honestly, I thought the other ones did too, but I think these are really cool. I just wish the hands were a little more, at least just a claw or something. But If these, I think these are going to be the same price. They did. I think they said that they're going to be $45 or $90 for the set. I think it's going to be the same price.
Yep.
I really like these. Their alt modes look great as well. I am shocked at how good these alt modes look.
Yeah.
So I think they look good. But this picture made me go order the other two arms right before we did this, and I'm in on this set. Price is right. This is unique. I really like how these are turning up. I love the caution stripes everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think this is gonna. You're getting 7 Devastators. I didn't even know if I was gonna get one, but I did think I found my one.
Hey,
I really like how this is turning out.
I think this fits really the best out of all. Well, from what we've seen so far, this fits better in your collection because, again, it's different. The arms are the legs, and legs are the arms. I mean, it's different. It feels good. The price is right. So yeah, this is a set I out of all of them I could see you going with. Yeah.
And here's Short Leg Man, which obviously is just because they don't have the rest of them. I think it looks great. I love that you could have the sunglasses or not. I always like sunglasses on my Devastator. Yeah, I think this is coming out well. I just hope it has a gun with one of them, besides just that shoulder-mounted gun. But I also am excited to see what color their Grimlock torso is going to be. That's another thing. This is the one with the Grimlock torso, because I hope it's in Devastator colors.
That's going to be so weird. It's going to be
weird, but that's cool. So
yeah. And they're coming
moving
out
on to another Devastator. We've got Dreamstar Toys Hook, which looks fine. In these colors, it looks like nothing.
Yeah.
It just looks like a lump of green.
It reminds me of that game for Xbox.
Halo?
Halo. The Halo color.
The color with the orange, Master Chief. Yeah.
This... you can see in this, there's a lot going on.
Yes.
It's not a clean vehicle mode like the previous Devastators we showed. So there's a lot of transforming that goes on with this.
Yeah. And there's bot mode and foot mode, which I don't know why, but Hook turning into a foot is weirder than Mixmaster turning into an arm for me. I don't know why. But I don't know what to think about this. What do you think?
Again, this is different enough that has me interested. Now, if this was the only option of a Devastator, I'd be out on it. I'd be like so pissed off. I'd be like, this is stupid. This sucks. Whatever. But because we have so many different options, there's so many different choices to get a G1 version.
And keep that thought in mind. We're going to be discussing that in a little bit.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there's so many different options.
Let's talk about this figure first.
Well, that's what I'm going. There's so many different options for a G1 version that this one gives you something that you can add to your shelf that's different. And I like that. So this doesn't have to be Devastator. This could be its crazy cousin.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a funny name off the top of my head. But they also showed it off in combined mode. And honestly, I don't like how those two legs are so different. One's very skinny and one's very chunky. And they don't really go together in my eyes. Also, they look too small and the torso looks too big. Maybe if the arms were on there, it'd be more proportional. But this combined mode's looking a little weird.
Yeah. The scrapper looks like it bulges out in the front, and the hook looks like it sinks in the front. So it doesn't.
Yeah.
It looks like one's wearing maybe like a cowboy boot, and the other one's wearing something that Kanye West created.
You are correct about that. And this also, if Hook is the leg, they haven't showed off who's in the head yet. Then
this is again, it's interesting. That's all I keep saying. It's interesting. And is this the one with Prowl?
Yes, so that's what I was kind of alluding to. I'm interested to see the Prowl, honestly, because I don't have a good MP Prowl. I mean, I know I could get Takara or whatever, but I think this one would look really, really cool. Of course, I will let you pick it up and see if it shatters into a million pieces first.
Yeah, this is, geez, so weird, so different.
It is. And this is what I was saying. TM Reviews was nice enough to put together this little graphic, and I think we might want to do a whole show on these Devastator wars, because there is a lot out there and a lot to talk about. Let us know if you guys are interested down below. But yeah, there's a lot of different ones.
Yeah, and I like the way he referenced it. It's almost like the bottom three are your traditional G1 options, and then the top ones are a little bit stylized or just plain out different.
Yeah. And here they are side by side as well. Very interesting. I think this would be an interesting topic to do a solo video on. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back with incoming and recently released. Okay, well, let's finish off this very long show with what's incoming. Firstly, we have the DNA Tigerhawk upgrade set. So I did say I was going to get this, but I saw how the mask sits on the head, and I was not happy with that. It does have there's a limited piece to China, which has like a different colored eyes for the mask. I don't know. I'm on the fence now, because that's the whole reason why I was getting it, was for the mask, and I wasn't very happy with that. So we'll see.
Makes sense. I wasn't picking this up. I didn't pick up the figure, so...
I like the figure. I really like the Tigerhawk, but I don't know if I want to put another $30 into him, especially since I don't have Silverbolt.
Yeah, you can do whatever you like.
Why don't you buy it for me? But Naka is coming out soon as well.
I like it. Do you still see brown, or you don't see purple, or?
My eyes don't work apparently, because I see a brownish purple. I don't see purple. I don't see brown. It's kind of in between.
Okay.
I wish it was more vibrant purple. I think that would have looked really cool, contrasted with the gold and the teal. Anyways, we're not talking about that and how my eyes don't work. You're picking this up, right?
I am picking this up.
I think I like this figure, but I think this is a prime example of a figure that can go into my Christmas list, because if I don't get it, I won't regret it.
Gotcha.
But I do think it looks great. I'm a little worried after messing with that insect girl. Shout out to Blue. I think so I'm a little hesitant, but I do think the paint and stuff, even if you just have it seated like this,
yep,
it will look amazing.
That's where I'm going with it. If it doesn't work out, this looks good enough on the shelf.
Yep. Now let's get into what's recently released. Newage came out with Duel, which looks like a fantastic looking figure. I know you just talked about that other movie-verse one that you were gonna get, but didn't. I wish this one was cheaper, because I think you would have been all in on this if this was like $120. I'm not saying it should be, because it's probably a lot more money to. $120 might be the production cost, but I think if this was cheaper, you would have picked it up.
You're right. This would have been, if I could, my tongue works, I would have possibly got this and that Prime, and those would have been my two movie figures, and left it at that. Because yeah, this looks amazing.
It doesn't look like it transforms.
Yeah, it looks like a statue. It
looks really good, but $300 for non-movie collectors is a little bit much.
Yep.
Yeah. There's going to be a fourth party, Rise of the Beast Bumblebee. I believe this is 3 zeros. So go check it out if you got it.
Yeah. It is what it is.
I think this is a re-release. Newage, Lukululu. Delta Magnus. So if you don't have this figure, go ahead and pick it up if you want it. I think it looks really cool though, and I like that there is a Prime in there somewhere.
The colors look amazing.
Yeah. Magic Square Swindle is out too. I think we talked about him already coming out. I couldn't remember, so I just put him in. are you excited to get the next figure in this?
I am. It's just, you know, once that gets here, just 3 more to go.
Yeah, you're just waiting. I do think it's still funny how when they did the third-party panel, how they made sure to hide the headlights in every picture that they showed.
Yep.
Like it was a design decision. You could have fixed it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look bad even with that little weirdness. I think it looks like a good figure.
Yeah.
Lastly, fans' hobbies, Ace Hitter, Minerva, Double Dealer, and Energon Prime came out. So I do think you need to go get that Energon Prime. That way you could have it right next to the exclusive we got. But all these look like good figures. And I might get the Double Dealer. We'll see.
3/4 of these in my collection, I'm good with.
Well, wouldn't it be 3.5? Because you kind of have that Energon Prime.
No. I mean, what's on the screen right now, I'm good with 3/4 of. You know,
I think you have them all already, anyways, right?
Yeah, I just don't have the improvements on the Minerva and whatever his name is, but I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Well, that was our very long episode. That was a lot. We hope you guys liked it. If you watched it this far, you must like us a little bit, so go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like the video while you're doing that. Any comments, we love to hear them. Go ahead and put them down below, and we will talk to you guys, and we'll be talking there.
Yeah, I mean, I think he summed it up really well. Nothing left to say, except for, to all debates are one, we'll see you all next time.